Today I wanted to talk about, is Pokemon investing a real thing? Is this actually an investment? Or is this all just speculation and this is really risky and there's no history behind this to back it up and the market is very volatile, you're gonna lose all your money. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I notice a lot of people who hate on Pokemon investing don't actually know what they're talking about and they don't know what they're saying, because if you read how they use these terms, it doesn't make any sense. So I first wanted to go over some of these terms so you guys can actually understand what some of these words mean. So first, I wanted to talk about speculation. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I'm going to go over a few things. So it says speculation is an investment approach in which the investor aims to buy or sell stocks, currencies, or other assets solely to make a quick profit. This investment generally has a significant risk of loss. So basically, speculation is just like short-term investing and it's pretty risky. Now, speculating is kind of what you make of it. And what do I mean by that? So let's say I buy a booster box with intention of doubling my money in 6 months. I'm a speculator then, right? But if I hold on to it for 2, 3 years, history shows that it's, gains in value. Like that's about the point, when it goes out of print, the supply dries up and then the price starts to go up. And that's just history. And I'll show that, with these boxes up here. But to say that the whole thing about Pokemon is all speculation is not true at all. Data will show that none of that is true. But, if you have the mindset of trying to double your money in like less than a year, then you're a speculator. So then you could say, yeah, Pokemon can be speculative, but that's kind of what you make of it. I also want to talk about what an investment is, because I notice people don't even know what an investment is. They say Pokemon is not an investment because it's not a stock, it's not real estate, it's not a bond, or they don't really know what an investment is. They just think that those are just all investments. Those are like traditional investments, but we're talking about just what an investment is in general. So you can see that all these websites are going to pretty much say the exact same thing, but here you can see that it says an investment is an asset or item that is purchased with the hope that it'll generate income or appreciate in value at some point in the future. That's literally what it means. And I'm going to scroll down and you can pause the video and read it yourself, but these pretty much all say the same thing. So Pokemon is an investment and it's an asset. If you don't know what an asset is, assets can include things like property, cash, investments, jewelry, art, or in collectibles. Pokemon's a collectible, it's an item, it's an asset. So that's that. Next, what even is a long-term investment? I see some people don't really know what long-term means. The IRS has its own definition of what long-term is. They say if you hold an asset for more than 1 year. Some other places say, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it is. But generally, long-term is just years, it's not months. So if you're doing short-term, you're usually doing under a year. So that's just the definition out the way. Now I wanted to talk about some data. So if you're going to say Pokemon investing is really risky, just look at this data and you can, take it as it is. Rebel Clash, one of the worst sets in Sword and Shield, if not the worst. No one wanted it. It was just a trash set. I think it was overprinted. I wasn't really in at this time, but it was just overprinted, right? Everyone just didn't want it. Look at it now. Yes, it wasn't the best investment in Pokemon in Sword and Shield, but still, 220. It's gone up in value, even being the worst set. You could say that this would have been gone to zero and, it'd never go back up. It's gone up. Same thing with Battle Styles. You could have got this box, I think, under $80, which is very surprising because usually boxes only really go to around wholesale. But you could have got this cheaper. And in just a couple years, since it's been released, still at $100. It's above what you could have bought it for. It did not go to $0, it did not go to $10. It's gone back up. Other sets in Sword and Shield, the better ones, like Evolving Skies, $430. Chilling Reign, these two sets, Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign, everyone said it was never going to go up, it's going to take forever. In just 1 year, a year and a half ago, 2 years maybe, you could have got this box at $80. Maybe even less, I don't really know. But around $80, you 100% could have got it for around there. Look at it now. It's at MSRP. 140, 145, 150, around that range. Same thing with Fusion Strike. No one wanted these sets. It's all going to zero, right? Didn't happen. Now, I want to go back a few eras here to also show that there's actually some history behind this, and this is not just for this one era. Sun and Moon. I know a lot of people are probably going to say this is kind of cherry picking because, the whole big boom, this is just before it and whatever. But Sun and Moon, team up. I know this one's kind of an anomaly, but it went all the way up to around $2,000. Cosmic Eclipse, like 900. Ultra Prism, 600. Crimson Invasion, another one of the, the Battle Styles Rebel Clashes. It's up. Even the worst sets, they don't go to zero. None of these. Not a single box in Pokemon history, I know everyone knows this, but not a single box has never gained up in value. All of them go up in value, even if the worst sets. Now I'm going back even further with X and Y. You can see all of these boxes Evolutions, Roaring Skies, Furious Fist, I know that's best or best offer. Primal Clash, they're all up. You could have probably all got these boxes between, you know, $90, $100. They all go up. Even further back, Black and White, all in the thousands. Even some of the bad sets, you know, all up. Same thing with Diamond and Pearl. I know this is just going back. I'm not going any further back because I kind of, you know, proven my point here. Any set goes up in value. It doesn't really matter. You could literally pick any set. Obviously, you know, there's better options out there, but you could have picked any set and it would have gone up in value. Yes, there's the other, you know, better options, like I said, but basically, if you're going to say this is super risky, I don't know even how you would say that other than, you know, someday this goes, you know, to zero. But other than that, for how long ever long Pokemon's been alive, not a single booster box hasn't gained in value, no matter what box there is. There's not a single one. If there was a single one, you could make a point, but there's not a single one out there. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. It's a little bit shorter of a video, but I kind of, you know, proved my point and kind of explained what I wanted to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.